Hi everybody, my name is Alexandria Roberts, and this is part 2 of my discussion about Not That Kind of Girl by Lena Dunham. Now we're going to be reading discussion questions from pt3 Sorry guys, yeah, look at this before. Now we're going to start this one. Okay. How many stars did you rate Not That Kind of Girl? 5, it's a knockout. Perfect read for any young individual feminist that wants a good laugh, wants to cry with her about certain experiences, and loves a good story. How did you experience the book? Experience the book. My experience with the book was very nice because I read it at a good time in my life. I'd just been transitioning into college and I was on my own, so I was like, well, why not read a wonderful book about a young woman that tells you what she's learned. It was refreshing and it brought light to many controversial subjects, and I thought she did a beautiful job writing it. What is my favorite quote from this book? Favorite quote. My favorite quote. Girls and Jerks, when she talks about all of her encounters with men. The opening line was, "I've always been attracted to jerks. They range from sassy weirdos who are ultimately pretty good guys to sociopathic sex addicts, but the common denominator is a bad attitude upon first meeting and a desire to teach me a lesson." Ooh. I think every girl can relate to that quote from the early stages of their life when they're like, oh, I'm gonna date a bad boy. Yeah. Till the 13-year-olds that might see this video, you're wasting your time. Your mom won't like him, and that's okay, because mom actually did their best. Next question. Has this novel changed you? Broaden your perspective. This novel has definitely changed me. It told me that I have a story that needs to be told. And one day when I'm ready, I will tell it to the world. And I deserve to be heard. It doesn't matter if people don't like it. It's still my story, and it should be shared with the world. So, and no one's ever really said that. That. I don't know. It awakened me a bit, and I think that was really awesome. It really just touched me. Have you learned something new or been exposed to different ideas? Different ideas, exposed to anything new. I was exposed to hearing very interesting stories about her sex life, and that was very entertaining. And it's cool. Alright, now we are finished with paperandglam.com's discussion questions. We're going to move on to my own discussion questions. Alright. My questions are more geared toward the chapter and excerpt from Barry, one I read to you in the previous video. Alright. Do you think sexual assault is a problem on campuses across the country? Obviously, I go to a university, and I know lots of girls who unfortunately have had horrible encounters with boys. And so, yeah, I'd say it is an epidemic across our country that no one seems to be doing a whole lot about because, like I said in the other video, people are too scared to talk about things. They're too scared that they're going to hurt someone's feelings, or, like, and even if you report sexual assaults to a policeman, like, not saying that all policemen do this, not saying anything at all against policemen of any sorts, because the primary service is pretty good. But the ones that I've encountered with, when I was going across and reading an article about a girl at ACU who reported her rape to a policeman, they waited months and nothing happened. And it's really sad that the statistic is 97% of rapists never serve a day in prison. And that's sickening. It's just unbelievable. Like, I feel like it's kind of like a lapse in our justice system, honestly. Do I think the excerpt from Not That Kind of Girl is an example of sexual assault? Yeah. Sexual assault and rape don't just come in one form, they come in many forms. And yes, she was drinking, but that really doesn't matter. People make that argument. Oh, she's drinking. Oh, yeah. Well, still doesn't give consent. Consent means I have to verbally be in the right state of mind and say, yeah, sure. Yeah. If I'm drunk, if I'm passed out, if I say no, if I shove you, if I'm crying, any of those, no means no, and that's not consent, and then that is rape / sexual assault. Do you think this is a problem local law enforcement or not? From a national standpoint? I think that this is a national standpoint. You can only hold your local law enforcement to such a high standard when you don't even hold a standard to your political leaders, the people who run our country. And I'm baffled. It's unbelievable. We should at least have something from our congressmen and congresswomen and our president that say, this is this, and this will happen if you do this. And there really shouldn't be all those controversial topics about this if we had one stable ruling for it. Alright, I think that is the end of my Q&A questions. Look forward to a part 3 when I branch out with a couple of my friends from North Carolina State University, and we will discuss Landon's excerpt a little more, and we will also go through the questions again, and I'll hear their opinions and how they feel about sexual assault. Thank you for viewing, and yeah, that's it. Bye!